Hey everyone, welcome to the Sneaker History Podcast, where we dive into the people, stories, and iconic moments that have helped make sneakers a global phenomenon. If you've ever told someone that you like their kicks, then you're in the right place. Before we lace up this episode, here's a little teaser for you. Stick around to the end of each episode for the last shot question. It's a chance to test your sneaker knowledge and engage with our community. I've also recently started a newsletter to share my knowledge from nearly 2 decades of experience working in the footwear industry. You can find the link to that below or go to sneakerhistory.com/newsletter for a weekly deep dive into the biggest topics in the sneaker business. All right, now that the business is taken care of, grab your favorite pair of kicks and let's get started with the episode. Sneaker releases for 2024. It's about halfway through the year, and I figured that, we've done this for the last 3-4 years, I think, on the show. So we might as well go through the best releases so far. And I think we're going to have some interesting picks because we not only have a handful that are the same as each other, but we've got some outliers that haven't even been talked about compared to some of the other lists I've seen out there. So before we get into that, what's good, guys? How you been?
Man, I'm cool. I saw the funniest thing today when it came to the NBA draft. Someone said this is the literally the most unrecognizable draft ever. And I looked at this group of people. I'm like, we're not going to see them in the next 3 years. So best of luck, guys.
That's interesting. It's because the women's game really took over the last couple of years, and we're not watching probably men's NCAA like that. I'm good, like man.
Colors like that, yeah.
So
trying to stay hydrated.
Yeah, you and me both, man.
It's hot.
Come down here. I bet you'll die down here.
Yeah, the best comment I saw so far on social media about the draft was breaking news: LeBron James caught sleeping with teammate's wife, teammate's mom.
I was like, wait, what? Like, wait.
I was like, okay. It made me think.
I think everyone did that. Okay. What did he do? Like, wait a minute. That's his kid.
I didn't want to go there, but if you're going to bring it up, Nick, I also have seen some funny memes of LeBron's like disgusted face. There's a couple like LeBron disgusted faces, but it's like when Bronny goes 2 for 15 on the car ride home, and there's like LeBron is making stink face.
There's some good ones out there.
Generally, like I'm a pretty, I don't know, I'm not like a massive LeBron fan, but I'm a fan of LeBron for sure. More than a hater. And like a 55th pick, second round, like I think that's a super dope thing for the Lakers to do. It's super cool that they're going to have that, father-son combo. Even if he doesn't do much, like what were they going to get out of that pick anyway, right? They're going to get more publicity.
They have nothing to lose there.
Yeah. I'm happy you said that because over the last 10 years, here's some 55th overall picks. Isaiah Wong, Gyu Santos, Kyle Guy, that's a real person, Caddy Linate.
Caddy?
Yeah. Okay. Arnold Dulles, Kulaboka. You've never heard of any of these people is the moral of the story.
Caddy.
It's 10 build-up players who didn't make the league in NBA 2K. So they didn't make it in the league in real life. Moral of that story is you use a meaningless selection to keep the number one dude who keeps people in your seats happy. It's a business move.
Yeah,
but this is hilarious. Number 55, there's no like Manu Ginobili's. There's no pick 55 has never produced anybody in the history.
It's not like Tom Brady at the end of the freaking NFL.
Correct.
Yep.
So
it's crazy too because it's like you're gonna like I obviously not a Lakers fan, but I feel like I should try to get to a game to see the two of them playing on the same team because it's such a crazy idea that it's even happening, right?
I felt old because I remember seeing LeBron get drafted. Then I was like, crap, his son just got drafted. What am I doing out here?
There's all the photos of like Bronny being held during the Eastern Conference final Cavs years. It is hilarious. But I mean,
awesome.
Power to longevity.
Heck yeah, man.
Seriously.
Heck yeah. If I had the power to do that with my kid, heck yeah, I would.
Yep.
You better. Exactly. Davian's like, you're going to keep me from millions, Dad? Asshole.
You gatekeeping me, bro? What you doing?
I mean, that's what it comes down to for me is just like, think how you will about LeBron. If you don't, as a parent, I'm not a parent, but if you were a parent and you're not doing anything you can to help your kid succeed, the amount of nepotism in the world. Let a black man get some nepotism. Like let him have his thing.
Let's live.
Like,
let's live. Let's have.
There's enough for everybody.
Exactly. We can all eat. We can.
Exactly.
All right, so let's get into this top 5 to 10 sneakers of the year so far, and I'm just gonna step on both your feet and say, AE1 to me is like still the best shoe of the year. I would go with the Wave colorway or the Georgia Peach or something like that. Mike's got the all.
It's too far away. I can't reach it. It's somewhere back here. If you can see it, I don't know.
But like, I wore that shoe for like 9 days walking around Tokyo, and I can't tell you when the last time I bought a new performance basketball shoe that was comfortable enough to do that.
It's a solid
like
shoe.
I get at least a couple of the new shoes every year, but there's no way I would trust walking around that much in them casually.
Nick, I meant to ask you, did you go around Tokyo doing like the Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, like bottle ding? Yeah. That must have been on some kind of playlist you had wearing the AE1.
No, but I should have. That's a missed opportunity.
They would have kicked him out the country me like, sir, we're so tired of that song. Please leave now.
That's a great one, though. I mean, it's just one of the many Adidas bangers this year so far.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They've been on a tear with basketball. And honestly, they don't look like they're stopping. We can have a whole nother episode on just recent, signatures they have coming out because two thumbs up on their basketball lines right now.
Yep. Agreed.
Cool.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. One I don't have that recently released, I think is a fantastic shoe. As a New Balance in Action Bronson 1906R in that rose water color. I love that shoe. I love the color combinations. It's bright, it's loud, but it seems still very wearable. I love the silhouette as well. I have like 4 pairs of the 1906, and it's just a cool shoe. I like the shoe. I like what Bronson's doing with his New Balance collaborations. It's not just this, hey, I'll put my name on it and move along. He really looks like he has some thought behind it. And that one's just a fantastic execution, I think.
The Bronsons, those are great. I had a friend I was with today say he wanted to try to get a pair, and they're difficult. The Bronsons are. Oh,
dude, they got botted so bad. And they're super. He made one, not that pair, but there's another pair. You had to buy a sweatshirt that was just as much as a shoe before you can get the shoe on the website. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried for a couple of his releases so far and haven't had any luck.
No luck.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not well versed enough in New Balance. I'm almost afraid to buy pairs online just because I don't know how they're gonna fit. Like it is
scary to buy them online. You never know if they're too long or too wide. It's like, can we just give me a single size?
It's bad. In a good way, but
generally speaking, you're probably good with like a 12 because I wear a 13 in New Balances, but I have a few pairs that are 12s that I can still kind of squeeze, and I feel like you're kind of like 12 and a quarter or something. Like you're like
I am
a little bit over,
but and some size 12s
a slightly more on the 13 side, where like I almost can never go down.
Yeah, I mean some size 12s. Fit like a 13, they're just too big, and some size 12 fit like an 11 and a half. Some size 12s fit like a size 12 though, so you just never know. It's tough.
True.
Awesome.
I get all 3 ends of the spectrum. For myself, I know this means a lot more to Nick and Mike as a tennis fan, and Rowett also as a tennis fan, but the Court Victory pump, man, I really have been enjoying putting some miles in on these. It took a little bit of time. I'm not going to lie. Like they're perfect. They pinch for a while until you break this. At least for me, it did. Until I broke them in. The medial side toe box was not a friend of mine. But now they're great. We're killing it. They're crushing it. I did get a lot of compliments on this white baby blue and tennis ball yellow pair. I think Stranger Things has changed perception of like what is cool, and that show was so long ago, but people still want like retro looking stuff. I think it's so interesting. Like Reebok especially is that kind of brand where you're like, oh my God, I haven't seen those in forever, or what are those? Or it's just it's a weird positive energy
It drums up memories for people a lot of time. Just like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that as a kid, or I remember having those. And this is always a conversation piece, especially with older people.
And also like my 16-year-old niece will also think they're super cool. So I mean, it's who has no idea what the shoe ever has been in life.
That's cool.
Or that there was another guy named Mike wearing them. Like, she had no idea that even happened.
Yeah,
but yeah, they're fun. They're cool. I like them. I have 2 colorways of them. I have the purple ones also, like the purple and fuchsia.
Yeah, that's the one I like. It's like ultra purple or something.
Yeah.
Based off
like
his polo shirt, I believe.
Yeah, it's the one he wore in the French Open when he won.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is what he actually wore. Like the one you have in your hand is what he actually wore on foot, but the new one, that color was based off his outfit, I guess.
Yeah, the colorway is new to the shoe, but the colorway came from his outfit back then. I think that's the best thing that Reebok's done with the like retro stuff is like they've kept. It's really hard to be tempted, and I have a bunch of Court Victory pumps where like they've done like crazy colorways and stuff, right? Like I have like the Basquiat ones, and I don't have the A-Life, but I have like some random ones from back in the day. But the A-Life one is a great example where it's like it's so tempting to go with like a crazy color, which works sometimes. But I think to Robbie's point about like this like kind of nostalgia driven consumerism that's happening right now, that purple colorway, if you didn't know, you would think that came out in the 80s because the colors are perfect.
Yeah.
And I think Reebok's done a good job at like keeping that, you know, like there was a time where Reebok would go super crazy on the colorways. You know, we got like you know, like you expect it because they're releasing so many shoes, but like the Minions questions are wild. I love them.
I got them bad boys.
Yeah. But like that colorway is just wild for a shoe from.
Oh, heck yeah.
Right? But like, I think to like reel in people to the brand, like Robbie's talking about, you have to have that like core connection to whatever generation or whatever time frame that you're trying to like bring back. And they've done a good job of that.
Yeah. And yeah, 100% agree.
Just is a closing thought on that. You have like the Jordan 7 jumpsuit shits or like Jordan 8. Those are all bad. What I'm getting to is the Michael Chang polo shirt. That's how you do it. The polo shirt looks good. Yeah. The shoes also look good in a vacuum. That Jordan stuff, sometimes you have to like put the picture of Michael Jordan in the jumpsuit next to the pants. I get it. Right. Yeah. That's why this looks good. And it didn't look good in the first place. Like if you have to have a reference photo to, yeah.
You got to carry around on your neck like a necklace. See, flight jacket, you get it?
that polo colorway. And then, I mean, Jordan has done it right in the past. Like,
oh, totally. They just have so many that it's easy to pick on them. You know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of hits, like shattered backboards, like you said, but there's things like the sweater he wore on like David Letterman ones. The
Supreme Jordan 14 David Letterman.
There you go. Yeah,
studded black.
Why do we need that?
Yep,
that's not how you do it. The Court Victory pump is how you do it.
Yep. All right, Nick, back to you, sir.
So I'm going to throw one on there. I threw this on our Patreon earlier in the week just to ask what people thought, and our good friend Joe chimed in. It's also on my list. Was the Nike SB iShod Wear? I can't remember which. I think Joe had the emerald colorway. I had like the Aquarius, the 2. Yes. Yeah. I had the Aquarius blue colorway. I haven't grabbed a pair of those. It's been awesome to see them kind of coming down in price. So I'm hoping to grab a pair soon. But I love the idea of the Air Max cushioning in the heel being a part of the insole.
Super cool idea.
Because like skateboarding, you don't want to take away from the durability. So you need that like hard shell. Even if it's transparent, you need that hard shell to protect the cushioning, which I think is just a cool experiment for Nike SB. So that one's definitely one of my favorites so far this year.
Yeah, no, I think SB's doing some good stuff outside of the dunks. There's a lot of like the iShod 2 became pretty popular. I think it was based off again retro product, like so that people like that one a lot. They're doing some good things. I had the first iShod, it pinched a bit. I don't have a wide foot, it pinched. So I'm glad they kind of rectified and retooled. So I like that one a lot. It's one of the ones if I can get it at the right price, because like you said, price is going down. If I can catch it at a good steal, I definitely will be adding a pair to the collection myself.
What is that other SB that's like really streamlined? It looks like a Air Max 96-ish.
Oh, is it the backbone or vertebrae. It's something about a back. It's like either backbone, vertebrae. Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's a cool one too. I haven't tried that one.
Shoe, yeah.
It's one I need to grab. It's like I always have a bunch of stuff marked, and I'm just waiting for like a good discount code so I can get them for like dirt cheap.
Yep, exactly.
Robbie, I see your lips moving. I just hear nothing coming out of your mouth. Oh, I wonder what happened.
No, we're good.
Oh, there we go.
Really struggling with the podcast. We pushed the unmute button, and it's like loading the unmute. But the AS01 by Converse, the Alexis Sabalone signature shoe, just a lot of good original new signature skateboarding stuff coming out. I think that's really cool to not just be like, oh, we have dunks. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I agree. Now, I have one. I was going to go with one Jordan 3, but there was another one that didn't get enough shine. I saw it in person, and it was actually very underrated. But the Ivory Craft Jordan 3, I think is one of the best Jordan releases of the year. Fantastic shoe. I think the price point was way too high. I think it was like $220, but you can find it for less than that now. But nice leathers. I love that it went back to the clear back tab with the Nike Air and then the Jumpman underneath it, or vice versa, whatever it was. It's just a nice overall shoe. I think it's great. My brother bought a pair, and I saw them. I'm like, okay, I might have to go back and get these because it's just better than some of the other things we gotten that was collaborations or limited, and it was an actual craft model, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just follow that up and say, like I picked up those reimagined 4s to take some pictures for somebody and ended up keeping them because the shoes were so good. Like I figured that I would either return them or just sell them or whatever. And, I was one of the doubters, before like seeing the leather, it was like, just give me the Nubuck, like the Nubuck Durabuck, whatever. It's like, that's what makes the Jordan 4 awesome to me in a lot of ways. But then when they showed up and it was like, okay, these are going to wear really nice. So, I think like props to Jordan Brand, at least on, some of the stuff that they've been putting out, the quality has been really good. Yeah. I do think like the price points, I understand the like trying to push out the reseller market and trying to like battle that, but it's costing you consumers, like I'm sure aside from, Robbie being on, hunger strike with sneaker purchases right now, like the three of us, if Jordans were in the 150 to 175 range,
we're gonna have a problem right now.
Probably pick up more pairs, right? Like that's about like I think 150 is kind of like I feel good about this purchase price for a retro Jordan at this point.
Yep.
And like I get caught up in it and get stuff at full price when I can't get away from them. But I think that like they've cut off a lot of their, core consumers by continuing to raise those prices because it just can't make sense to buy as many as they release. And that's the biggest problem, I think.
100%. But the great thing is because their prices are so high, resellers are going opposite direction. So if you go ahead and look on GOAT or whatever, StockX, it's $220. I'm selling it for $160 because I can't get rid of it. Now we're in business.
I definitely don't want to open this can of worms right now, but it's going to be a fun conversation maybe for another episode. But I've heard of places like Network for selling shoes for too low, like really on the low part, to where it's just like breaking the sneaker economy a little bit. That's a whole other issue. The reimagined Jordan 1, the black and blue ones, I saw a post today. Sneaker Steel was like, $108 in free shipping. And my first thought was just like lower. Like it's
dude, I was gonna say the same thing. Give me 85 in free shipping, then we talk.
Give me 75 in free shipping. We're still not talking. I just want to see it. I just want to see it happen because my next pick here.
I am, but I just don't want to pay for it.
Yep. The same reason why I didn't buy this next shoe, but it's one of the most beautiful shoes I've seen in a while. And maybe when I get a job again, this might be a shoe I go back and like break my no buying shoes for. As I say that, I'm not going to break it. But the Jordan 3 J Balvin, the black pair from May, which feels like forever ago. But that was just a couple weeks ago. I believe it's supposed to be based off of Rio de Janeiro.
Mhm.
Fucking gorgeous. Like, it's a gorgeous shoe. It's like if the first, I mean, both J Balvins are like if the Drake versus Lil Wayne Jordan 3s had a baby with like an overpriced Jordan. $225 is so crazy. That's why I didn't buy it. I mean, like, release day, I thought about it. I'm like, I'm not even going to enter this drawing because I don't want to spend that much money on a pair of shoes right now.
What, $250?
Yeah.
Something like that. It's economically not sensible in this economy.
Yeah, no, I can't justify a retro
But
for that much money.
I cannot justify it, but I also cannot deny how good they look. Like,
Yeah.
they're absolutely gorgeous.
You can appreciate them from afar. It's like, I like
Yeah.
this shoe. I don't have to have it on my foot right now.
Exactly.
Perfect.
All right. What else you got, Mike?
Let me see. I had to pull my list up. Oh, minted New York Saucony Pro Grid Triumph 4. Beautiful shoe. Like, very clean. I love the predominantly silver, white, and green hits. It's just a very clean shoe. And I've just been loving my runners lately. It's just so easy to throw them on and, get to getting them without having your feet hurt. So I just think it's a great shoe. It's actually really hard to get, and didn't get a pair. But again, it's like Robbie. I like them from afar, so I can appreciate what they are.
Yeah, on that same note, I'm going to throw out another Saucony release that was super dope. That Callan Schaub Pro Grid Omni 9.
Yeah.
Did you get that pair?
No, I didn't get that one. But I've
Colorway
seen them
on that one.
Beautiful.
Super dope. And
Yeah.
I think like the coolest part about it's kind of what I talked about last year at the end of the year with that first pair of leather and mesh or suede and mesh Omni 9s that I got.
Yeah.
Where it was like, this is the trend, right? They're going to start flipping all these materials. And now we're starting to see that like hardcore with a lot of the brands where it's like, it's cool to see those like Y2K styles without the Y2K reflective
with
silver
nicer stuff
all the
on
time. Yeah. And the Callan Schaub version has like I don't know if it's like a denim or suede or whatever, like where you would normally have that little really wide mesh on that.
Yeah. I don't know what they did. I haven't I haven't had one in hand, but it is
Yeah.
definitely different.
But man, beautiful colorway.
Agreed.
All right. What else you got, Robbie?
I say I'm not so familiar with that Saucony. I'm not going to lie to you boys. I reviewed it earlier on an earlier show, but the Response CL Pride Pack from Adidas. I keep one slot of shoes in my closet for easy grabbing. That's like not a beater pair by the door, but also isn't upstairs in like the main closet. I keep one pair. It's grab and go, and these have been the grab and go for like a week and a half now. It's not the most bright pride colorway, but holy cow, this looks good with everything I wear. Like there's nothing that this shoe has looked bad with.
Yeah.
And I think like the David Changs, like the J Balvins, if a shoe looks good, it's going to be a compelling shoe. The price, I mean, if you like the way it looks enough with anything, not just footwear, you'll figure out a way. If you want something bad, like
You'll get it. You'll get it.
A partner, a new couch, movie tickets.
Very weird things you put together there just now.
They're both expensive and hard to find. A partner and a new couch. To find the right one for you, you think you have the right partner. But then a button pops, the leg breaks off, the cushion pops, like, or you think it looks good online, and you get it in person, and like it doesn't have a good butt feel. You gotta sit on that. You gotta sit on that thing like 364 days a year. You take one day off the couch. So like, it's once you find the right couch, once you find that right partner, you'll spend the money on them.
What's wrong with you?
That response CL is super, super comfy too. Like it's
a nice couch.
I need to try that shoe. I haven't tried it yet.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You got to grab a pair, Mike. They're good. All right. What's next?
So speaking of comfy, we still talk about these runners. Talk about changing materials. Designed by Japan, Vomero 5. I will say this on air, wherever we are. That's the best Vomero they've made so far. 100%. They took all the mesh off. They put suedes, canvases, oversized swoosh on it in leather. Beautiful shoe.
You're telling me the Japanese made something gorgeous and efficient? What else is new?
They smashed everything else we had. Like, the rest of these suck. Sorry, guys. That's literally what happened. Beautiful. I need to get it. I just don't want to pay $180 for it on resale. I don't believe a Vomero is worth $180.
Yeah.
It's not.
So I'm gonna throw out a little bit of a curveball that I don't think people were paying much attention to, but like the Asics Gel Quantum 368, which is like a kind of like a running training shoe, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things they did with it this year to like improve it was actually put out. I don't have it in front of me, but actually put out like the carbon impact numbers of the shoe compared to the last version. So they're actually making it better for the planet as they progress in making the shoe, which I think I just thought, I mean, the colorway that like launched, it's like a blue, it's like black with like a tealish blue color.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was super cool. Like I think the colorway is aqua or aquarium or something like that.
Okay.
But it's like a clean looking runner, you know, something you would wear like casually or to the gym or something. But I just wanted to shout them out because I think including those numbers is just super dope. Like I wish that we saw more into that kind of stuff. So we all know there's a million shoes coming out. Like give us the information that like differentiates why one shoe from your catalog we should actually care about a little bit more. I think there's a huge opportunity there for the brands. So
it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. I haven't seen that one, but that's dope.
Keep it runner. Or Mike, you're up.
No, I just went. You go. I went Vomero.
Oh, the Pegasus 41. Let's keep it as runners. I mean,
I forgot about
the
that.
last couple of Pegasi have not
plural.
The last one particularly has looked like this, like no pizzazz. It had no like flavor to it.
Yep.
The 41, it was seasoned. Put some Lowry's on there. It's nice.
A little salt on it.
The reviews have been really good too. Like once, and it's actually, are they 160? They're in that 120 to 160 range. I think they're on the higher end of that like low range.
I'll check. I don't think they're that much.
Robbie?
I have not. I almost asked a little birdie to help me with a pair, but then that would be me breaking my no shoe purchase. And another shoe. Another shoe I have on my desk here, I didn't pay for, and I love running in. So I did not spend the money on the Pegasus 41. But when some of them start going on sale, I'll hit some friends up that work at Nike and buy a pair on sale.
They are 140.
See, that's
perfect pricing, honestly. So there's never mind. The trail version is more expensive, but that's neither here or there. But yeah,
that's just product creep 101, baby. You gotta have that options. But I mean, they're cool. I think it's a gorgeous looking shoe. I haven't tried one yet, but
I agree.
Yeah, great shoe.
Jay's favorite line: "Dog in due time." I will get a pair of 41s.
There you go. All right, let's see where I'm at here. So this one is tough because are we going up to this day? Because this shoe I think releases like next week. It's still.
I won't call semantics if you want to include it. That's fine.
It just kind of saw it and it's beautiful. It's the On Roger Pro beams.
Beams.
Oh my gosh, that white, green, and gold is fantastic. I mean, I have the Roger. I have the white and blue pair. I beat to crap, and I love that shoe. But I just love it. Simple. They just pressed in the beams on the back end. I think some gold labeling. Just very classic. Something I think really to send off the Rogers because the Roger 2's out now. So it was really cool to have that collaboration to kind of transition to the next. And it's a great looking shoe, and the collection that goes along with it is beautiful too.
Little Baylor Bear action.
Sick and Bears, baby. Sick and Bears.
It is a beautiful shoe, though.
They took all my money, so I got to support them. Right?
And, just from a copywriter perspective, the little Packer had a little post, and it said, if you were playing Wimbledon in style, you'd wear the Roger Pro, which I think is just really smart.
I mean, it's effective. Facts. It's true statements,
You're playing in style.
Yep. So a little bit of a curveball here. The ASAP Rocky Puma Inhale OG, that summer melon colorway, which is like the original colorway of that shoe. It released at Miami Grand Prix week, so like there's no way to get it, and it was pretty much gone. All that stuff sold really well, I think. But just the fact that shoe is that colorway is the one that I want because I never got it before, but I passed on it. It was on sale, and I passed on it, and I regretted it. Them bringing it back, like I'm not like a super ASAP Rocky fan. I appreciate that he's connected to the brand and bringing some energy to it. But I think now too they're about to bring out some new colorways of that too. So that's definitely a shoe that I think doesn't get much love in the like sneakerhead world as much as like I think it could.
It's a cool shoe. I didn't know what it was when I first saw it. I had to pull it up. I was like, oh crap, I have seen this one. It's really dope. It has like that driving shoe feel, like the Speed Cat, but on steroids. I like that.
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't know that was a shoe either, and I just looked at them now. Those are really cool. I like them a lot.
I was like, crap, don't add anything else to my list of things I don't need to buy.
I'm an ASAP Rocky fan too. Like that's nice.
I'm going to call some people up. I need some favors on that one. Hey, someone throw me a
Yeah, retrospectively, going a little time machine. The comfortable shoe in question that I was just alluding to is the Cloud Runner 2.
Nice.
I really do love this shoe. Nick brought up the out of the box comfort of the AE1. I took these bad boys dead stock to New York, and I'm like, these better be comfortable or I am screwed. And they were. These put tons. I think these put 17 miles in a couple days. I'm also now a believer in the mantra that white shoes make you run faster. I love white running shoes.
Is that a thing? I haven't heard that before. No.
White shoes make you faster. These are the white, green, gold colorway. Again, kind of Baylor Berry, I guess. Baylor Bear-ish. But they're so comfortable, bro. I mean, it's like out the box comfort. These are also in that like Pegasus price range, that 140 to 160.
Yeah.
So light, so comfortable. If you don't want a pair of Pegasi, buy a pair of Cloud Runner 2s. And to that point, I love when the follow-up of a shoe actually improves on some things. I have the Cloud Runner 1, and it's more narrow and it's more stiff. The tongue doesn't feel as nice. Those three things are not the Cloud Runner 2. So like they made some changes that I can feel from a 1 to 2 that isn't just aesthetic. A lot of brands that just, put a new fucking,
slap a number
overlay
on it.
package on something and call it a day.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The LaMelo Puma stuff is all the same shoe over and over again, for example. Just a little bit different. Like,
Mike, you got a Cloud Runner too, right?
It's back here somewhere. Like under there, it is. You see the on box. I had the Walt Good pair, and I have it. They look so nice. I haven't run in them. I just take them out for casual use.
Yeah,
I'm right there with
runner.
They're right there with Robbie though. Like as soon as I put the shoe on, it was fun. I had two shoes. I put one on. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to break this in. I put that Cloud Runner 2 on. I was like, holy crap, this shoe is pre-broken in for me. It was dumb comfortable. If you haven't tried it yet, Nick, just get you a pair because you won't take them off, especially like just running day-to-day errands. It's easy to put on, super comfortable, and just apparently they're a good runner too. I haven't run in them yet. I still run in my Cloud Monsters.
That's another shoe that like the Monster 1 to 2 is just like super different. But still the same.
I haven't tried twos though. Yeah.
If you're going to change a product but have the same name, don't make people buy the same thing twice. That's ultimately what I'm getting to.
All right, what else you got, Mike?
Oh, crap, it's my turn again. Well, then, let me get in. So we're going to go straight performance side because, oh, crap, what did I do here? Screw my phone up. Sorry, guys. There we go. So this is one that is more for the pitch than it is for, casual use, but it's going to be the Nike Mercurial, let me get the right name for it, Mercurial Vapor 15 Elite Tuned Air in the Sunset colorway.
Oh, who named that shoe?
I don't know, mouthful,
Jesus.
But the shoe. So they did the Air Max Plus on the Mercurial soccer cleat in the Sunset color, and then the purple Volt or Voltage Purple, whatever it's color. Absolutely beautiful, impossibly hard to get, but they were just so cool. I was trying to get a pair for me and my son for, soccer practice. And I was like, okay, just try to get a pair for him and couldn't even get a kid's pair. Like super just cool. I like the idea. Like that shoe translates so well to be on a cleat. Just, it looks fast and I love it. My favorite Air Max, and put it on a cleat. I'm not gonna be mad at that.
I mean, you're fighting the entirety of the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's like the world.
Not only is it soccer, it's also like the most popular Air Max model outside of the United States. So
yeah, I was like, I wouldn't win in that one. I haven't had, I had tried to call in some help. Still couldn't figure it out.
The Guillory's versus the world.
Yeah, that's what it was, man. I was like, we're just trying to get these soccer cleats going, and
Related for me, like one of the shoes that I'm excited to pick up. I didn't pick it up yet, but I'll eventually grab some colorways. I don't really need any of the colorways that are coming out, but I need them for donors for some of these pairs that are behind me.
Oh, jeez.
But the 180 coming back, the Air 180 coming back from Nike with the full like beautiful oversized bubble basically is like long overdue. They should have just done that from the beginning instead of this like. You know, it's like if you ever look at the Air Max 95 from like 95 and like the early 2000s, the air bubble on the very back sticks out of the shoe. And then the new ones are like underneath the shoe. Like it doesn't even stick out of the midsole. And it's like you kind of took away the whole point of like having the big bubbles. You know, you want it to look kind of over the top in a way. So that's probably like one of the ones on my list of. We'll see how low they get when the new colorways get out.
Yeah, they only have one color so far, right? Just Aquamarine is the only one to come out so far. No,
yeah, and there's
Ultramarine,
like
Ultramarine, not Aquamarine. Thank you.
Yeah, Ultramarine, and there's like a reverse one of it that's either out or about.
It's ugly, bro.
It's a black and teal, isn't it?
Yeah, they did that. That's an OG colorway, but not an OG. But they've flipped it before.
They've done it. I thought I'd seen that one before, but I was like, I couldn't place it.
It's the poor man Kanye's 180.
Oh my!
It is the poor man Kanye's 180. Look at both shoes side by side and take off the cowboy fucking or the cheetah print.
Is it like my poor man CDGs? Or you had them too, didn't you?
Yes. Hey man,
it was $30 an outlet. I couldn't pass it up. I was like, I'll be poor man CDG today. It's fine.
That's A-okay. You know that 180, great looking shoe. I thought they would be able to be on sale because that one also almost got me to buy a pair of shoes.
I love the one. How well they sold. Yeah.
And when you say the remastering shapes and stuff, people like for that first colorway is always going to be popular. Like I said, the next one you call it, the next one's going to come out and be like, oh, okay, I can grab it whenever I want.
Yeah. $45.
And hopefully they do a bunch of colors, right? Yeah.
I hope so, because that's a clean shoe. I didn't want that color because it's a dirt magnet, that material, and that color is just like, oh, it's going to be a black toe on it in 5 seconds.
Yeah. Yep.
It just sucks dirt up.
Yep.
No right. Diddy.
Robbie's going to wrap this episode up with arguably my favorite shoe, my most emotionally distraught because I didn't get a pair shoes.
What's wild is I can probably count with not enough fingers on my hands the amount of Giants colored things you have in your closet. I think I would need 12 fingers, which is a deformity in some places. It's a gift in some cultures. You don't know this. So yeah, the Air Max 180 Huff, rest in peace, Keith. So what's really cool about this is when these came in, I instantly just started thinking about old Huff shoes. Obviously the Huff Quakes are great. There's many Huff Quakes, but the Air Max 90 current, can we please bring that Huarache hybrid black sheep back?
I love that shoe.
It's like a Huarache fucked a free run and had an affair with the Air Max 90. It's like those three shoes shouldn't work together, but it does.
They work perfectly together.
The neoprene looking toe box. Oh my God. But I mean, there's tons of great Huff Air Force Ones too. Like the black and orange Huff Quakes. I think the white and blue Huff Quakes too. There's no shortage.
Yeah.
The like, I don't want to say the OG, but it's the blue Air Max 90 Huff Quakes, like the not current, just the blue ones. The black and yellow Air Max 1s, where it's like Quake all the way through. These lack the Quake, but what I do think is nice is it utilizes that kind of cracked. I don't know if it's going to crack and have orange underneath here, but it has that crackly, like Minier Jordan 1 kind of feel to it. Yeah, it's like that exact same material. It's like the Minier.
It has a gloss on it though, as opposed to like the Jordan 1 was almost like suede color. You know, it had like a so dull suede almost.
And it has really buttery nubuck on it. Nice little leather. This is a Giants motif, but they also did a lime green and a pink. I got in a comments arguing match with somebody commenting on the Huff page about these, saying these are all outlet shoes.
What? But it's smoking cracker. Right, I mean, I'm sorry.
No, this dude is definitely like 17 and is mad that you can't buy a pair of shoes and resell them for money like he was told when he was 14.
He has 16 pairs in his garage. He's like, I can't get rid of these. I got to go to outlets.
No cap, bro. Brick, you're making ops online for talking. These aren't bad. But like, this is a great shoe. And like, this is a prime example where If a shoe isn't for you, that's okay. Keep it moving because this shoe's for a lot of people. And that's like kind of Huff 101, right? I mean, just like it's not for everybody, it's for Huff. And if you mess with Huff, you're going to like it. If you don't, that's okay. Like they'll live without your business.
They're okay.
Karens of the world, people can live without your business. You saying here to come back and light the building on fire is not going to do anything constructive.
That's aggressive.
I don't know if that's a real story. It has to have happened.
It has to. I'm gonna guarantee you. I'm gonna burn this sucker down.
Here, I'm gonna burn this place down. You changed the biscuit recipe. I'm coming back with a gun. Like it's not that serious. It's just footwear. But I mean, to Nick's point, little giants on the laces. I'm actually gonna put the all black laces on instead of the giant looking ones. Orangey enough in my book. But goddamn, it's a good looking shoe. So thank you, Huff.
We forgot to mention one. Go ahead.
One more honorable mention is the New Balance 1500 Flimby, made in Flimby 35th anniversary. This is like a basic New Balance shoe, but the 1500 is one of my, if not my very favorite New Balance silhouette of all time. And it's basically just like the grayish blue kind of like classic, made in the UK, made in England.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy that they've been doing that for 35 years. I just thought it was dope that they did an anniversary release. Of course, it sold out right away, and I'll probably never see a pair.
Well, can't get that one.
Yep.
Well, see, my honorable mention is one. It's nothing new, but it took me by surprise because I thought I'd be able to get a pair on discount, but clearly that's never going to happen. Jordan 17 Low Lightning. Apparently, people lost their ever-loving minds, and they're selling for $600 in my size. So. Oof. Nice to see it from afar, but I refuse. I don't care. I have the money. I'm not doing it. There's no way.
So I have to ask, I'm not a 17. I'm not going to pay $250, $300 for a 17. I'll get them on clearance, but I'm aged out at that point when that shoe came out, like that was the end of Jordan's really, like outside of working in sneakers, that was the last that I wanted. Like I kind of cut it off at the 13, 14.
Yeah.
Did you how old were you when that shoe first came out?
Was that 2003?
Yeah, it should have been 2003.
I was 14.
Okay.
So that was, so that was still one of the ones that's when my parents were like, hey bro, your foot's still growing like every 2 weeks. I ain't buying that. So
yeah,
it sounds weird, but here, 15 lows, I still want a pair of 16 cherry woods need 17 lows, UNC is what I really want. That's the pair I'm waiting for. Hopefully people are fatigued and don't care about them after this and they're widely released with no suitcase. That'd be great. Cause I want that pair. That's the pair I want more. Cause that UNC color, that light blue, at around 2000 to 2004, that light blue color was everywhere on everything. Yeah. And I'll have so much light blue crap. And it was it just reminds me of that time. And I would love to have that shoe.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I wondered how that shoe was doing as well as it did, because obviously it's not just there
were 5 pairs made. That's why everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's not many of them, but it just doesn't seem like a shoe that would have that kind of.
Yeah, no one's wearing them.
I guess. Yeah,
I don't see anybody wearing them.
Even just for somebody to decide to make that shoe they're probably about the same age as you, right? They have that nostalgia going for them, and I was I'm basically 10 years older, so I'm 24.
You were done at that point.
I'm still playing at the gym, but I'm definitely exploring all sorts of other shoes by that time. So yeah,
definitely.
All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. Let us know your top 5 or 10 of the year so far. 2024. It's kind of wild that we're already halfway through, but time is flying.
Crazy.
And make sure you give these guys a follow. I will throw the links to everybody in the description, and we'll catch you on the next episode. We appreciate y'all. Peace.
See ya.
Hey, Nick here again. Before you take off, I want to thank you for listening to the Sneaker History Podcast. Be sure to hop into our Discord to answer this episode's The Last Shot question and get to know our community of sneaker enthusiasts. If you'd like more insights on the trending topics in the sneaker world, I've also recently started a newsletter to share my knowledge from nearly 2 decades of experience working in the footwear industry. You can find the link to that below or go to sneakerhistory.com/newsletter. And last but not least, tell someone you like their kicks today. You never know how far a simple compliment can take you, and we all know how good it feels to be on the receiving end of some appreciation. Thank you for all the support, and we will catch you on the next episode. Peace.